Well, hey everybody, Joy here. This is my new living room ensemble. I kept this recliner. It's not a recliner, it's a glider. And I love my glider because, as you can see, the footstool glides with the chair. So this is where I sit now when I'm not standing. I knew everybody would want to know that. I got a table, got my coffee, got my glider, and I've got one of my sewing chairs wrapped up in cellophane. So if anybody decides to sit there and eat and they would dare drop something on my sewing chair, that would be a disaster, including myself. So, I know, you're saying, quit rocking, quit rocking, quit rocking. I'm sorry. Okay, let me take a sipper. Okay, another update. Every day is an update. The update today is, I have a super sensitivity to caffeine. Believe it or not, since you're always seeing me drinking coffee, but I don't drink coffee past morning. I drink a couple of cups of coffee in the morning and they're half calf and then I quit. Well, every once in a while, I absolutely love tea, iced tea. I love iced tea. So when I go out to eat, the iced tea is always so good in restaurants. Johnny's has the best iced tea in the world. And Panera Bread's is all right. But I was at Panera Bread, remember the dirty Panera Bread yesterday? And they give you a glass the size of a thimble to get your drink in. So I decided I could have some iced tea. Well, it was black, and it was not decaf, and it was also 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Way too late for me. So I was awake all night. How do you know, Joy? How do you know you didn't go to sleep? Because there is a digital clock right next to the bed, and it has bright red letters. And I can see, oh, it's 10:30. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, it's 11:43. Oh, now it's 12:15. Oh, now it's 1. All night long. All night long. And then after about 2 a.m., I thought, oh my God, I've got to get to sleep because the electric man is coming at 8 o'clock in the morning. The slot was between 8 and 9 this morning. The electrician was supposed to come to fix 2 plugs that aren't properly grounded or something, or there was certain rules back when the house was built, but now there's different rules now. You guys know about that. One of you mentioned it to me. You're rocking again, Joy. Let me put my feet down. Maybe I'll quit rocking. Plus I need to sit up straight or I won't have any boobs. Okay, so I have an appointment this morning for the electrician to show up between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So, you know how that goes. If you decide to sleep in and you don't get out of bed till 8 o'clock, you're still in bed and the doorbell rings, ding dong, and it's 10 till 8 and the person's here, right? So I make sure that I wake up. I'm never asleep anyway. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to lay here until 7:30 and then I'll get up. So I got up at 7:30, got dressed, got ready for the electrician. 8 o'clock went by, 8:15 went by, 8:30 went by, 8:45, my phone rang. I picked it up. Hello, this is Passion Electric. We're terribly sorry, but the man that was supposed to come out there had to go visit his family or something, so he's not going to make it today. So, when would you like us to come? Well, I would like you to come at 8 o'clock this morning like you said you were going to, but since you can't, how soon can you come? Well, they could come Thursday at noon, or they could come Friday at 3, or they could come next week. I said, well, give me your soonest appointment. So their soonest appointment was like Thursday at 3. This is Tuesday. So I hung up on that phone call, wandered around for a while, made myself a bowl of oatmeal, and then I thought, you know what? That company can't be the only electrician. I'm going to find a different electrician. So I did a search for electrician in Edmond, Oklahoma, and 4 of them came up, and they all had 5 stars, and so I started reading the reviews. So I called company number 1. It was called American Standard, and I got an answering machine. Well, I don't like to get an answering machine, I like to get a real person. So I went to company number 2, which was somebody Baxter. And I read the reviews and said, he's just wonderful, he's marvelous, he doesn't overcharge, he does a fabulous job, wonderful, wonderful. So I called him and he himself answered the phone. Praise the Lord, a real live person answering the phone. So he was very, very nice. And so he is coming tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Coming tomorrow on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. But he advised me, this light above this desk, you put new fluorescent bulbs in it and they burn out in hours. And so you keep buying lights and it doesn't work. So something's wrong with it. And that's not on the list to fix, by the way, new buyers. That is not on the list for me to fix. But I'm going to fix it anyway. So I've got to go. He said, why don't you go ahead? He said, that's a really old-fashioned fixture. He said, they have new kinds that are LED and they're much better. They don't get hot. And he said, if you'll go get one and bring it home for me, he said, if I can't fix the one that's there, then you'll already have one and you won't have to pay me for the time it takes to go to the store, buy a fixture, come back. I'm getting ready to go to Home Depot, get some more boxes and some more bubble wrap and a light fixture. And he said, if I can fix the one that's there, then you can just take that other one back. And he said, this will save you money. So I said, thank you, I like you. I'm so happy the other company couldn't come. So I've got to go do that in a minute. But I wanted to answer your questions. Thank you all for your sweet, sweet comments. I got one kind of snarky one that informed me that the world doesn't revolve around me. I thought it did. I was so upset to read that. Anyway, you know, you find out things every day. And you know I like to learn new stuff. So, this blouse, you guys really liked it, and I had shown you the pattern the day before, but I forget. You know, some of you watched my video today and you never heard of me before, or you never saw me before. So, the one that I had on in my last video, at the beginning of the video, was New Look 6217. New Look 6217. And it is View B, as in boy. Love the neckline. Now, I did change the pattern. I don't know how they tell you to finish the neck. I think with bias tape. I made facings for the neck and finished the neck with facings, okay? So that is the only change I made, other than my FBA, my sway back, and my round back, and my low shoulder. All right? So, that's that. Seemed like there was something else I needed to tell you that you asked me about. Oh, closing day. Evidently, I said something weird about the date that we're supposed to close. We're supposed to close on July 28. So today is the 14th. 28 minus 14 is 14. So I have 14 more days to sit here in my newly redesigned living room. And then we close. And then we are out of here, and then, you know what the videos are going to be like after that, right? Box number 1, box number 2, box number 3, box number 100, box number 500, box number 1,000. Unpack, unpack, unpack. But oh well, I have from now until I'm dead to do that, right? Jerry, you asked about Jerry. Jerry's doctor prescribed him Flexeril and a steroid. And so he hasn't lifted a finger since he left here last week. And he's feeling much, 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 much better. But both of us are kind of afraid for him to start picking up heavy boxes again because we don't want him to hurt himself like he did the first time. So I suggested that he find some mover people like I did here. I know it's ridiculously expensive and it only takes an hour, but still, anything's better than hurting your back. And you know my great big white koala table? That thing weighs, goodness, 400 pounds. I mean, seriously, it is super, super heavy. And we have to get that upstairs somehow. 3 men lifted it here and carried it out to Jerry's trailer. But they weren't going upstairs. So hopefully God will provide a solution for that, or I may be sewing in the garage on that table. We shall see. All right, I think that's all I need to tell you for now. So I'm sorry if I've been rocking. You know, my body rocks even if I'm not in a chair. You know who else does that? Matthew Hagee. Matthew Hagee, he rocks all the time. I love it. I just love it. So now I know, you know, since God loved him and called him to preach, then evidently God loves people who rock all the time without being in a rocking chair. So nice to know. All right. I'll be back after add an addendum to this little video. Stay with me. I went to Goodwill with another great big load of stuff. I went to Jimmy's Egg and had breakfast for lunch, and then I went to Hobby Lobby. And I told myself, Joy, you don't need any more patterns. Who cares if McCall's on sale? You don't need any more patterns. There's not going to be anything different. Don't even look at patterns. So what did I do? I bought 8 of them. You want to see the ones I bought? Yes, I know. I look like I've been walking through the Sahara Desert for 3 days. My hair is melted and sweaty and sticky. It is so hot outside. Thank goodness I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and the heat doesn't really bother me. But it bothers my hair. All right. I know I bought 1 or 2 of these patterns before, but all my patterns are packed and none of them are here. So I figure if I end up with 2 or 3 of the same pattern, I'll give them away to you guys when I get everything sorted out. How about that? I have a couple quilts I'm going to give away too. I do. Okay. Here we go. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I actually didn't buy 10 this time, plus an extra 2 that I had to have somebody else buy for me. So I have come down a little bit on my pattern addiction, showing progress. Okay, I hope you can see these from over there. It's hard for me to tell what you can see until I edit. It looks like my head's the size of a pea from here. So here's the first one I bought. This one's been in there for a long time, and I'm pretty sure I bought it before. This is M7959, and I just love Palmer plushing. I have turned Palmer plush into a verb. I love Palmer plushing a new pattern, and so this is one kind of like I just made, only it opens up in the front, and it kind of opens up a little at the neck. So this is really cute, and it's got gathers in it, and I like it very much. All right, now remember, if you're saying, Joy, we can't even see it. You want me to move up a little bit? Let me rearrange the arrangement. How about that? Yeah, that's a little closer up. I'm sitting here in my new little living room. All right, M7959, it's a cute little blouse. Now, can you see it? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Remember, you can always go online on your computer, look up McCall's patterns, look up the number, and you can see a whole bunch of views of it. You can probably see a whole bunch of people who have made it. You can see it on them. Oh yeah, that's a cute one. M7959. Here's M7359. I don't think I bought this one before. It's kind of like that one, but it's got a yoke across the top of it. So this is another one that I want to Palmer plush it because I think it would be fun. So this is M7359. M like mother, 7359. All right. And this is a dress. You know, I have dreams, I have great dreams of actually walking into Cornerstone Church sometime. Oh, they're going to hear me squeal when I walk in there. If I run into Pastor Hagee, I will probably pass out. I love them so much because I think they are so on target to the truth. And they compare everything to God's Word in that church. And if God's Word says it and it's different from what the news tells you, then the news is wrong and God's Word is correct. And that's exactly how I think. So I love that ministry. What ministry are you talking about, Joy? John Hagee Ministries. JHM.org. Check it out. Listen to last week's sermon. Listen to Sunday. If this is 14th, 13th, 12th. Listen to July 12th's sermon. Go to YouTube. Look up John Hagee. Sermons will come up. Matthew preached. And it was July 12th. Listen to that sermon, y'all. I double dog dare you. Listen to that sermon. Yeah. I'd preach it to you, but hey, you can hear it for yourself for free on YouTube. All right, this is M8088. Let me show you this, and then I gotta go get the door. Oh, check check it out. I gotta get the door. All right, where were we? My doorbell rang, I opened it up and it was my friend Margaret. Margaret brought me some Q-tips and some envelopes. My friend Mary's coming over in a little while and she's bringing me some Q-tips. I'm gonna end up with a ton of Q-tips. All right, so I showed you 2 patterns that I bought. Let's show you the rest. This is McCall 7562, and this is a cute dress. I really like it. It's got curved hems on the bottom and slit. I usually don't like that cold shoulder look, but I like this one because it's got ties at the bottom of the sleeve, and this one can be color blocked, and I just think it's cute. So that's that one. M7562. Then I have M7774, and I've never seen this one before. I think this is a new one. And I like styles that don't have a waist. I don't want elastic at my waist. I don't want a seam line at my waist. I don't want anything at my waist because nobody on the planet knows where my waist actually is. So this is like a empire thing. And then the skirt just hangs from there. So I really like this one. This one's M7774. M7774. And you don't have to do the empire. You can do it so it just hangs from the shoulder and has a ruffle on the bottom. So I like this one a lot. Hoping you guys can see it good. I won't know until I edit. This is another cute one. This one the girl has on, and it's got a cowl neck, and then you can gather the side seam down by your knee, and you can gather one side of it or both sides of it. So I'm going to do view A, where you gather just one side of it, and I think that's just super cute. M8106. And is it a knit? Let me see, what does it say you make it out of? Charmeuse, crepe de chine, and challis. I don't have any of those, so I will be making it out of something in my stash. I don't own a single piece of challis. All right, here's another one. It's just a plain, simple, short sleeve or sleeveless dress with darts, and I think it is super cute, and it has my favorite boat neck collar. Could I make this with Sure Fit Designs? Yes. Could I make this with Fit Nice? Of course. Why do I buy the pattern? Because I like to do the Palmer plushing. Yeah, that's why I do it. Okay, here's another one that's almost like that one actually, except this one has a big angle color blocking area going through it. This is M8065. M8065. So this one can be color blocked, and I think it's cute, and it's for cotton blends, and that's my very favorite thing is cotton blends. This is M7976, and it's my last pattern, and then this is just a simple top, super easy, buttons up the front, but it's got a tie at the bottom of the front, so I like view D down here. M7976, and you can make this with, let me see, what does it say? Crepe, challis, crepe de chine, and lawn, none of which I have. I will be making it with cotton or a cotton blend. Okay, that's my 9 patterns. You want to see some material? If you guys go to Hobby Lobby, I think most of the Hobby Lobbies have the same material, so you've probably seen it. This is getting ready to be tossed in the dryer. This is a real soft pattern right here. I'm hoping I can make it without two centers of the flowers ending up on my apexes. But I really like this one. My plan is to just make that blouse in there that I made the other day that you guys liked so much, because it's so easy and so fast. Oh, I want to tell you about this girl. Oh, there's this girl. She has a YouTube channel. Oh, what is her name? She talks funny. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's got 200,000 times as much hair as I do, and it's long, and it's beautiful, and it's dark brown, and she's young, and she's darling. And she has a YouTube channel where she only sews free patterns. Free patterns. She finds tons of free patterns, and then she shows you how to sew them. Her voice gets on my nerves a little bit, I don't know why. I think she talks really, my voice gets on lots of people's nerves, so please don't be offended that I said that. Some people are just easier for me to listen to. And I think she talks fast. You know how some people's videos, you wish you could speed them up? Well, hers, I wish I could slow down just a tad. But she's gorgeous and very talented. Let me get my computer here. Let me see if she showed, yeah, there she is, there she is. Look, here is one of hers called 10 Garments, All Free Patterns. You guys will love her. She has a really good channel. Let me see, 15,000 views on this one video, and she has 42,000 subscribers. Her channel is called Thoughtful Creativity. Thoughtful Creativity. Let me show you her. You probably are, we all know her, Joy. There she is. Thoughtful Creativity. Lovely, lovely, lovely girl. And she only sews with free patterns. And I just watched her video yesterday, and she was using a free pattern exactly like the one you just saw me wear in my last video. Okay? Let me see, you can click on her channel, Thoughtful Creativity -craft, sew, DIY. Let me see if I can find the one where the pattern, just 2 measurements, 1 hour and 1 yard of fabric. Free sewing pattern, here it is. It's called Kirsten Kimono Tee, Free Sewing Pattern Review, Episode 4. And the pattern is just like, let me see if I can find a good picture of this. Here it is. Now this is just like the pattern that I just made, only it's free. And she shows you on her channel several different ways she's made it. So you'll have a lot of fun looking at all the patterns that she gets for free. So check her out. She doesn't know me from Adam, but that doesn't matter. Okay? Really cute. All right, so how'd I get off on that? I don't know. So here's another piece I bought today. I thought it was soft and summery, so I bought it to make that pattern, or one of these others that I bought that say to make with crepe, and I don't have any. And then I got this, because the one with the ugly roses, you know the ugly roses, the black and pink ugly roses, you're supposed to line the top of it. And I didn't have anything to line the top with, so I bought this to make that one. You have to have clear elastic. I don't have any. Hobby Lobby was completely out of all elastic. No elastic. They were completely out of bias binding except for yellow. So I bought some yellow in case I make some yellow shorts that we have been talking about. All right, so that's been my morning, and that's what I did. And now I have to go because my friend Mary's coming with more Q-tips. So I'll be back later to say goodnight, okay? See my sign? Oh, I thought, what could I write on my board with my new dry erase markers? So I decided to do an advent calendar to closing day for selling this house. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, the stress has gotten to the point where I'm not hungry. I cannot remember last time in my life that there was a time when I wasn't hungry. I made myself some bacon and eggs this morning. I took 2 bites and I put it down in garbage disposal. My pants are actually getting too big for me. They're super, super baggy in the butt. Oh, I don't know. This is one of those things that if I can't, I mean, I don't need to control people, but I like to have control of my own life. Does that make sense? I just want to be able to control my own life and plan it and schedule it and arrange it and organize it. And when what's happening in my life depends on everybody else, it is really, really hard for me to relax. And thank God I've got my sewing here. I don't know what I would do. But for instance, the people that were supposed to show up to finish the sewer. They were supposed to show up in the morning. First of all, they were supposed to show up last Friday. They didn't show up. And so then they were supposed to show up, was it yesterday? Between 8 and 12, they were going to be here in the morning. So, I mean, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, you have to wait for them to show up. When did they show up? 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They quit at 5. Their job took longer than an hour, so they just half-assed did it. And the yard looks horrible. I have to take a picture of it. I actually did take a little video of it, but I'm sure you guys don't need to see that. It's just they didn't flatten out the dirt. It's just all rumpled, bumply, and there's rocks on the top of it, and it's just a mess. Jerry will have to fix it when he gets here. So, remember we started out with that super, super nice guy that I called an angel. I think his name was Trenton from this company, High Tech. Well, the nice ended after Trenton. Yeah. We have had nothing but problems since then, so I gave them a raving review. I'm fixing to give them a very not raving review, let me tell you. Oh, why can't people do the right thing? It's like they just expect us to just, what if I had a job? What if I had to go to work from 8 to 5? And I took off for the morning to wait for them to show up, and they didn't show up till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, it's extremely inconsiderate and rude. And I know you all agree with me. And I know you all have the same problems because that's kind of the way the world is now with service people. I did find a really, really nice electrician to come and do the electrician work. His name's Robert Baxter, and he was extremely nice on the phone. He gave me some tips on how to save money so my bill wouldn't be so high, and I'll guarantee you he'll be here at 3 o'clock today. I will be shocked if he isn't. Oh, I think he's older. You know, when you get the older people, you get good service. When you get the younger generation, totally different story. So, I know I was supposed to come and say goodnight last night, but by the time I thought of it, I was already in my pajamas, and I just looked so horrible I didn't dare get on the camera. So I decided to just say good morning instead and end my yesterday video. Is there anything that happened since then that might be of some spark of interest to anybody? I don't think so. I'm trying to get paint matched. I did thin the paint with water like one of you suggested, but it still doesn't match well at all. And so I'm going to go to the paint store, see if I can get some paint that matches a lot better. I would love to do that, but I'm stuck here waiting all day for this plumber guy to come back. So I can't do that. So maybe I'll just keep on sewing. I do want to make the cute shorts, but I'm going to have to pay $12 in download. Actually, I need to do that because I enjoy taping those papers. I know a lot of people don't. I know Viv would hate it. And I like taping all those papers together. You know, I like to play with papers and pens and tape. 5 years old inside. So I think I will. I still have a printer. I still have a little bit of paper. And Margaret told me I could get some paper from her if I ran out of copy paper. So I think I will. I think that will entertain my brain this morning. It is 9 o'clock right now on Wednesday. And it is July 15th, tax day. My husband called and said, we have to write a check to the IRS. So we've got to get our tax thing finalized today. You know, they extended it this year. So today is tax day, but I will take care of that on the side, and meanwhile, print out all those papers. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me tape paper together, do you? Does anybody want to watch me tape papers together? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. All right. Should I say goodbye or should I tape papers together? I'll start a new video if I tape papers together and show you how I make those shorts, okay? But right now, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a lovely day. And notice my sign. Countdown to closing. 13 days to go, not counting today. 13 days to go. Oh my goodness. What a happy day that'll be. And guess what? We're closing on my friend Margaret's birthday. She said we have to have a super celebration. So we shall see. I'm hoping to be gone before then if I can get all the things fixed around here. But we shall see. We shall see. It's so little and so nothing compared to, you know, somebody with a serious illness, somebody in the hospital with COVID, somebody with a sick child. It's so nothing. It's so nothing. I know. So I'll just slap myself around a little bit and I'll cheer up and I'll get on with my life. All right. But goodbye for this video and I'll be back soon.